for the presentation of G100 Global Women Leaders, including a short video featuring Their Excellencies, the ambassadors, sending their greetings and support for today's gathering.
Hello, my name is Lina Skarstanida. I'm Lithuanian ambassador in Greece, to Cyprus, and to Albania. I'm also the president of Women Ambassadors Club in Athens. On International Women's Day, we give our sincere greeting and appreciation to women whose leadership, dedication, and vision continues to inspire progress and shape our societies, institutions, and shared global future. Around the world, women play an essential role in driving positive change, fostering innovation, strengthening communities, and advancing more inclusive and equitable societies. On this significant occasion, we proudly recognize the achievements of women leaders and reaffirm the importance and continued efforts to promote equality, empower future generations, and support women's voices at every level of societies. Thank you.
Good morning. Kalimera to all of you, beautiful and strong ladies gathered here in Athens today. Diplomacy is one of the many fields where we women still need to catch up. In Austria, for example, only around 25% of ambassadorial positions are currently held by women. However, there's hope. Many young women are currently joining the foreign ministry. I do not believe that women are per se better diplomats than men. However, we have a different approach and also different opportunities. And in these times of multiple crises around the world, I believe we need to use our full potential, men and women, to promote global understanding and dialogue. Thank you for the work you're doing to promote women leadership across all sectors. Ronia Polar, G100 Global Women Leaders.
Women and girls can do whatever they want. There is no limit to what we as women can accomplish.
Women deserve a place in every space where decisions are made.
When women rise to lead, societies rise with them. We do not seek power, we seek progress, justice, and peace.
The presence of women in diplomacy strengthens dialogue, promotes dignity, and brings the world closer to a more inclusive future.
Rights, justice, action for all women and girls. Happy International Women's Day.
Together!
It is a great pleasure to be a part of G100 and the project of promoting women in diplomacy. In Montenegro and especially in our foreign ministry, this topic is very high on the agenda. During last April, the network of women diplomats was formed in our ministry. Gender equality will also be one of the priorities during our upcoming presidency of the Council of Europe. We are very proud in the fact that in our ministry, around 50% of the highest position, general directors within the ministry and ambassadors or chargé d'affaires that are holding this position for more than 6 months are women. We're working hard, but all of us globally have to do more in order to support all young women that are interested in becoming diplomats.
It is an honor to introduce Olga Pavlidou-Petroubeis, a distinguished leader in public policy, organizational behavior, and human resource management. She has shaped lasting policies and initiatives through her roles as deputy mayor, parliamentary candidate, regional and strategic consultant, serving both the public and private sectors. A passionate advocate for gender equality, she is a member of the European Institute for Gender Equality, EIGE, where she publishes articles concerning women's issues. Her research and policy recommendations have also been presented through the organizations she has served, such as Council of Europe and United Nations, reflecting her commitment to advancing global standards of fairness, respect, justice, and dignity. At the international level, she was elected International President for Legal Affairs and Human Rights of the European Union of Women, EUW. Her leadership has been recognized by international organizations including Lions Clubs International and New Voices Global Leadership, inspired purposeful impact. Deeply committed to democracy and core values, she fosters inclusive ecosystems where every voice is heard, rights are protected, and fairness guides decisions. Guided by her motto to build bridges and connect people and ideas, Olga creates networks where diverse voices meet, dialogue flourishes, and collaboration transforms challenges into opportunities, strengthening communities and driving sustainable social and political impact. Today, she serves as country chair Greece of the political wing of G100. She's not only organized this event, but also brings her vision, expertise, and unwavering commitment to cultivate an ecosystem that empowers voices and drives meaningful change. Please join me in welcoming Olga Pavlidou-Koutroubis.
As country chair of the G100 Political Leadership Center, I am deeply honored to present our organization in a space that reminds us that history is shaped not only by battles fought in the field, but also by voices in diplomacy, by letters written across borders, and by networks of influence across nations. Today we continue that legacy. To the distinguished diplomats present today, your role is vital. Building bridges between nations, advancing dialogue, and shaping international cooperation. To the leaders of women's associations, G100 offers a platform of that collaboration. We invite partnerships, we invite dialogue, and we invite shared initiatives. Because leadership today is no longer confined within borders. It is networked, it is collective, it is global. Let us honor the spirit of millennials, not only by remembering, but by embodying it. Let us strengthen diplomacy with empathy. Let us strengthen governance with inclusion. Let us strengthen the future with unity. Thank you for your. I look forward to working together in building a more balanced, representative, and peaceful global political landscape. Women leaders across 100 countries and multiple sectors, G100 operates as a dynamic ecosystem that bridges policy, business, technology, and social impact. Through strategic collaboration, to close the gender gap, reduce barriers, and create ecosystems where women thrive. G100, as I said, is an influential think tank network producing ideas, policy proposals, and recommendations submitted to global forums as United Nations, European Union, African Union, Gulf Cooperation Council, G1, G7, G20, and governments worldwide. Now, 100 country chairs times 100 members equals 10,000 members. Across 100 wings, we have almost mission. That is our goal, mission million. Why? A mission million women engaged and empowered cannot be ignored. This is our tipping point for transformation and change. And the structure is intentionally designed so ideas and initiatives move from global vision to national action to local impact. The founder is Dr. Harbin Aurora, one of the world's 100 most trusted people, 21st in the row 2019. Entrepreneur, she's an entrepreneur, author, philanthropist, economist, leadership influencer. She is of Ray University, India, champion of women's empowerment, creator of 4 global platforms that promote. The platforms are all WEF, Women Economic Forum, you have heard this, WITSI, Economy. Now, Dr. Aurora's approach is rooted in collaboration, inclusion, and global action. Is free and by invitation, is globally reached, and complementary across the platforms. And here we see that we are not only women in this platform. We are supported by the Denning Club.
And at this moment, I think we have to see a video from Mrs. Eleonora Meleti, member of the European Parliament Committee on Women's Rights and Gender Equality, to share her insights on women's leadership and gender equality.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to be here today as a guest of Mrs. Olga Pavlidou-Kutroube, whom I would like to warmly thank for the invitation and for her important work. We're gathered here for a very important reason, because equality is not just a value, it is a responsibility. The G100 is built on a simple but powerful idea, that women must be equally represented in leadership, especially in politics and diplomacy. Not someday, not gradually, but now. Because when women are not at the table, decisions are incomplete. And when decisions are incomplete, societies cannot move forward in a fair and balanced way.
Bring together 100 power.
I would like to invite Mrs. Katerina Patsogianni, General Secretariat for Equality and Human Rights, Ministry for Social Cohesion and Family, to present an institutional address highlighting governmental support for women in leadership.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for your invitation. I could say that I'm here, let's say, declaring Greek government's support to G100, and thank you very much for the opportunity. Excellencies, dear colleagues and distinguished guests, members of the G100 Global Women Leaders, it is a real pleasure to welcome you all to Athens and to this important gathering at the Philosophy and the Philhellenism, this beautiful museum. Your presence here today gives particular weight and meaning to this inaugural moment. I would like to warmly thank the country chair for Greece, Mrs. Olga Pavlidou-Kutroube, for her initiative and dedication in bringing the G100 network to Athens. This is an opportunity to deepen collaboration across sectors and borders. The G100 reflects something essential, that progress on equality and sustainable development depends on cooperation among women in positions of influence across disciplines and geographies. Its presence in Greece creates a valuable platform for dialogue, exchange of practice, and collective actions.
And I think it's time to meet the founder of the Women Economic Forum G100, Dr. Harbin Aurora Rai, founder of the Women Economic Forum of G100, a global advocate for women's empowerment. She has built influential platforms across 150 plus countries and serves as Chancellor of Wright Technology University and Jharkhand Wright University, advancing education, leadership, and economic inclusion worldwide. She is ranked 21st among the world's most influential leaders. We will watch a video messaging from Dr. Harbin Aurora Rai.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Harbin and I send you my warmest regards and congratulations to the G100 wing of political leadership in Greece, led by my dear soul sister Olga and supported by dear soul sister Maria from Cyprus, across the Humanity, Technology and Innovation wing, and our sister Mrs. Sofiano, who's been always connected to our events, our brother John in the Denim Club, and the entire team of Wiki Greece as well, because I'm thinking of all of you right now. There was this wonderful event that you did earlier, and we are continuing the legacy of strengthening our network and strengthening our solidarity in Greece through our global networks. And now, this time at your beautiful museum, the G100 wing, my dear soul sister Olga has taken the initiative and spearheading such a fabulous event in commemoration of the International Women's Day, the International Women's Month, the whole of March, and got together so many people in these G100 diplomatic meetings, of course, ambassadors, policymakers, political leaders, journalists. I learned that we have a television partner as well for broadcasting the event, and I really honor the spirit of using diplomacy as a powerful tool to have public engagement, to build our advocacy, to give a voice to our global solidarity across the G100 Club through your work. And really, I am with you, dear sisters and brothers, and it's such an honor to be addressing you all and taking this very important step forward in strengthening the role of Greece on the global stage when it comes to taking up women's issues, and more than women's issues, talking about inclusion and opportunities for everyone, because that's what women do, right? We keep everybody together, we take everyone along with us, and that is the inclusive leadership, that is the need of the hour. So my congratulations to all of you, and much solidarity extending from India right now. And I look forward to the outcomes of this meeting and doing my bit to ensure that whatever are the outcomes, we all strengthen across the political leadership wing, across the diplomacy wing, across the technology wing, across the philanthropy wing, across every wing. And I send you regards from the G100 Club as founder, and also on behalf of the Global President 2026, Soul Sister Latin Hartini Osman. God bless you all. Thank you all. Together we can. Together we can.
Mrs. Alexandra Pali for a short break.
Your Excellencies, dear Olga, distinguished guests, it is a real pleasure and an honor for me to be here today and welcoming you in Athens. We host you in a city known not only for its history, but also for its enduring connection to public debate, to civil responsibility and democratic thought. Athens is a fitting place for today's conversation because it reminds us that democracy is not only a matter of voice, it is also a matter of participation, of representation, and access to power. I'm honored to join you here today by my institutional capacity as Deputy Regional Governor of Attica, but also as my role as Chair of the Corporate Social Responsibility Network Greece, the CSR-LAS. Women's leadership is not a secondary issue, and it is definitely not a symbolic one either. It is not enough for women just to be visible. Women must be present where decisions are made. And this is where the real challenge lies. Women don't lack knowledge, skills, talent, competence, or ambition. We often witness institutions still fail to create fair pathways to finance, to advancement, to representation and power. That applies in entrepreneurship, in corporate leadership, in boardrooms, in politics. In order to discuss about women's leadership, We must move beyond the language of encouragement itself. Women's entrepreneurship requires access to finance, access to networks, access to mentoring, to visibility, and to particular institutional support. Without these conditions, many women may enter the economy, but far fewer competent women will be able to scale, compete, and lead.
I would like to congratulate first of all the organizers and each one of you individually for your work. As a member of G100 family, I feel proud to be working alongside you on this journey. Your success in the political arena, your success is a success for democracy itself. Continue to be bold, to claim your space, and to lead with heart and logic in perfect balance. I'm certain that the conclusions of today's event will serve as a spark for new groundbreaking initiatives. I wish you every success. I'm going to be very close with you, and whatever you do in your proceedings, and a productive evening full of constructive exchanges. Thank you very much for the invitation.
So today, a special thank you also to the newly appointed Greece Country Chair of the Political Leadership. I'm really proud for her because she was my choice, my nomination, and a great start for the G100 for the Greek expansion, as we need to bring even more leadership and have female leaders to cover chairs for all wings. So now I would like to share a little more about the G100 and the West vision. The only thing I want to promise today is that we're all gonna live with seeds. Seeds of knowledge, seeds of inspiration, to continue this chain reaction and to bring more to the table. We need the female leadership even more. So about our vision. The vision is to build a global ecosystem of women leaders driving positive transformation across all sectors, to advance gender equality and inclusive leadership in policy, business, and society, to foster cross-border collaboration and meaningful partnerships for sustainable impact, to position mentoring as a bridge between generations, where every leader becomes both mentor and mentee.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is both an honor and a responsibility to speak in a country where the very foundations of democracy, philosophy, and civic life were shaped. Greece has long stood as a cradle of ideas that define how societies organize and govern and aspire. And yet, as we reflect this extraordinary legacy, we must also confront the fundamental question: who has historically been invited to shape the future, and who has not? Because from the very beginning of history, the world has often called great change impossible, until a woman has stepped forward and made it real. Human progress was never built by discovery alone. It was built by courage, by vision, and by those who refused to accept that limits had been placed before them. Again and again, across centuries and civilizations, women have turned their silence into voice, exclusion into excellence, and impossibility into a new standard. for humanity. For Greek women, this history begins at the very roots of civilization. In ancient Alexandria, Hypatia stood as a beacon of intellect and dignity, teaching mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy in a world that did not easily make room for women of authority. She did not simply study the universe, she showed that the woman could actually help explain it. In ancient Athens, Aspasia Phonetus influenced philosophical and political thought at the highest level, even when history chose to record her presence only in fragments. Agnodes challenged the barriers that excluded women from medicine, proving that knowledge and determination can overcome even the most rigid structures of society. And during the Greek War of Independence, Laskarina Bobulina did not wait for permission to lead. She acted with clarity, with courage, and conviction when it mattered most. These women were not exceptions. They were architects of possibility. Across the world, across time, women have stepped forward and stepped up at the decisive moments of history. From Marie Curie, who redefined the boundaries of science, and many others who have been instrumental over 211 years, who have shaped what we actually see today in artificial intelligence, in crypto and cyber wars, in quantum and other technologies. Women have been part of a journey, not just following innovation, but a part of defining it. And yet, schedule, I'll adopt the protocol. So, first of all, dear Excellencies, distinguished guests, chairs, I would like to actually thank Ms. Boudroulis for actually inviting us and hosting us here.